Sit back and get comfortable. I have a few stories to share with you.
Jen, what's that noise? I used to love getting up in the middle of the night to care for my baby boy. I know most parents hate it. You know, the sleep deprivation. The piercing wails burrowing relentlessly into your ears. But honestly, I don't mind. Once I calm him down, it's so peaceful and quiet, like we're the only two humans left in existence. Jen? I don't get to do that much anymore, you know. Time flies. They sleep through the night, sleep through everything, sleep forever. But every once in a while, like tonight, I can feel that connection again. Jen. The world disappears around us. We're sucked into a vacuum, oblivious to the violent, cold reality. Two souls bond together for eternity, defying all reasons and explanations. It's just the two of us, dancing together, in the gentle tune of our synchronized heartbeats. Jen! My husband never understood. He never will. There's a biological reason for it, sure. Something deep and esoteric. He wasn't there for us, was he, my sweet baby boy? He should have been there. I shouldn't have had to go through that alone. Jennifer! I feel your body turning colder by the minute. To despair the empty echo of a fading beat. To yearn for the gentle whisper of your breath in my ear. Who could have known there's such a thing as too much love? Jennifer! But it's okay now. Tonight, everything is perfect. We can disappear again. We can dance again. If only for a minute. If only for an eternity. You and me, baby boy. Just you and me. Jennifer, whose blood is that? You belong to me, baby boy. No one else deserves you. No one else understands you. I'll be there for you forever. I will never leave your side. Never miss a single heartbeat. Not a single moment gone to waste. I will never let it happen again. Never again. Never. Jennifer, whose baby is that? Hey everyone, I'm a new poster on this forum, so sorry if there's any rules I'm missing. To be fully honest, I'm not the type of person to hang out on message boards. No offense, it's just not my thing. But I really need some advice and help with the weird legal situation I've ended up in. So here it goes. A few months back, I met a man outside a club I'm a bouncer at. The guy looked like a promoter with his preppy haircut. Definitely someone with hustle. Mario, that was his name, asked me if I'd be interested in earning some money on the side. All this dude wanted me to do is send him details of women who might be interested in doing modeling work for him. Nothing too risky, is what I was told. Just catalog work abroad. It honestly didn't seem shady. Plus, I really needed money. I agreed. Every time I saw a woman at the nightclub who I thought had modeling potential, I forwarded her contact info to Mario. Sometimes he made specific requests, like for a girl with brunette hair or large bust size, but usually he was satisfied with my judgment. Please know that I was only trying to help these ladies get further in their careers. Well, I've recently found out through social media that nearly all of those women had since gone missing. Like, disappeared completely. I tried to contact Mario to see what the hell was going on, but his number was disconnected. Same for his email address and PO box. Now I'm freaking out. Is what I did legal? Surely it can't be a crime just to introduce people. If some kind of foul play has gone down, I think I'm screwed. I've racked up a big paper trail. Emails, text messages, phone conversations, bank transfers, and so on. I'm scared shitless the police are gonna try to make it look like I was a pimp or something. That's why I'm here on the dark web, throwing myself at the mercy of a bunch of hackers, calling themselves administrators. If what I did, in fact, is against the law, I'm asking you to wipe all digital evidence from the records. Obviously, I'll pay whatever you ask, just as long as it keeps me from going to jail. Admin, please delete this if not allowed. Thank you in advance.
Mrs. Hunt, we're glad you're coming around. I know you're feeling quite groggy, but we need to ask you some questions. That's not my name. So, what is? Eloise. Eloise Barker. Eloise, we need to talk to you about your husband. I don't have a husband. Eloise, do you know why you're in hospital? No, maybe I had a few too many Cosmos last night. Can you tell us how old you are? 18? Eloise, I need you to try and remember. It's really important. You're 32, you're married, and we need to find your husband. I told you, I don't have one. My head hurts. You've been in a serious car accident. Is this some kind of weird experiment? No, Eloise, you have to believe us. You have to try and remember. What do you want anyway? I'm tired. Your husband, Jonathan Hunt, has gone missing with a child. We went to your shared home and found multiple bone fragments and several torture devices in the barn. Evidence suggests that he's the man we've been searching for the last 3 years. I don't even know who he is. Can't you just let me rest? I've a wicked hangover. Usually we would, but this is urgent. That child may still be alive. I'm not ever getting married anyway. I saw a psychic, you know, and she told me that I'd be famous, way better than a husband. We also found your diaries. Oh my god, embarrassing. Don't tell Dave that I fancy him, would you? I'm not in trouble for nicking that mascara, am I? I only stole once, I promise. These diaries are from more recent years, Eloise. They showed us that while you were suspicious of your husband, he beat you and that you played no part in the murders. Okay. Anyway, I'm really confused. Am I being filmed? Did Gaza set this up? I'll kill him. Hey Gaza, if you're riding somewhere, I'm not that gullible. We'll leave you to rest for a while and hope your memory starts coming back. We'll check on you every hour. I stretch luxuriously like a cat and snuggle back into my covers. John's an idiot. He really is. I always told him. I don't care what you do in the barn, but don't you dare ever be unfaithful. Luckily, I'm organised. I meticulously kept up those diaries for years, filled them full of crap. Oh, woe is me, John's out again. I heard noises from the barn, but he says he'll kill me if I go in there. Oh no. Anyway, it's his fault. I wouldn't have had to phone in an anonymous tip and drive into that tree if he hadn't decided that night with the barmaid was worth it. They'll find him soon enough, with or without that snotty kid. And I'll be the poor, beaten wife with trauma-induced amnesia. Maybe I'll write a book about it. I always fancied being an author. I'll be famous after all. I've heard it all before. The dogs eating homework, the invisible injury, the sloppily scrawled note from parents excusing them from anything from tests to running in the hallways. It's easy to spot when they're lying. I know all the tells. But one particular student, Julian, was different. He told his lies with such eyed-wide conviction that if the stories weren't so outlandish, I might have been tempted to believe him myself. The other pupils lapped up the tales, hanging on to his every word. Just last month he claimed that he'd been skiing with the royal family. I understood. My heart broke for him. He needed to come up with something to explain his bruises. His fabrications were always so ridiculous. He battled sharks, fought muggers. His metal was being tested to be the first kid sent into space. I worried for him. Not only because of his dad, but because these kids were growing up. At some point they were going to realise that he wasn't to be admired, but instead just a liar. He'd lose his meagre support network. Today, Julian didn't make it to class. I wasn't surprised when 2 uniformed police officers approached my classroom at the end of the day. "We're here to discuss one of your students." "It's Julian, isn't it? Is he hurt?" "He didn't come to school." "He's in a safe place. We'd like to ask you a few questions about his home life." Of course, I'm glad that he's finally going to be helped. His father was beating him. I tried calling CPS, the police, child welfare charities, but nothing ever came of it. The system has utterly failed him. So, what's happened? The body of his father has been found. He was tied up and stabbed. We have reason to believe this could be Julian's doing, but he's adamant that he was elsewhere at the time. His story has some inconsistencies with reality. What can you tell us of Julian's character? Well, he's a very good liar. An excellent liar. He never seemed violent, but he could lie his way out of any situation. The officers exchanged a glance and nodded, and thanked me for my time. We're afraid that Julian won't be returning to class anytime soon. As they left, I had to pinch myself that it had gone so well. That scumbag father of his deserved every laceration I made on his body. I won't stand for anybody hurting my students. The cherry on top, though, was using carefully placed strands of Julian's hair and a knife from their very own kitchen at the crime scene. Liars never prosper, and I hate outright fibs. One day Julian will realise that I did him a big favour. I hear Julie can really scare the untruths out of a kid.